So I've got a 5-gallon aquarium sitting here. It's been empty for a while. I had some red claw crabs in it, but they lived their life cycle, and I've not been sure what I want to do to it, whether I put more crabs in it or whether I turn it back into a standard aquarium. So I think I've decided we're going to go back to a standard aquarium, and we're going to get this cleaned up today. Actually, we might use that cleaned it up. Maybe I can use that again. As you can tell, this has just been kind of a keep all corner. And I need to wipe the calcium off of a lot of this stuff too. That'll happen. Let's see. We're actually just going to toss out all of the old gravel. I don't typically use gravel anymore. And this is why, because it's typically a mess anytime you do anything. At least for me. I'm gonna go get this washed out, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we got that washed out, and obviously there's fresh water in it, and the line of hard water spots, calcium, whatever you want to call it, where the old water line used to be. So that's going to be our next step, is scraping all that clean with the razor blade, and then we'll get some substrate in it. Got to make sure you stay off of the sealant for the edges, obviously. Alright, this might actually be a little bit longer of a process than I anticipated. There's more there than what I thought, so we're going to go ahead and give this another pause, and we'll be back once that's all cleared away. Alright folks, that took roughly a half hour. It's still not perfect, but it's a whole lot better than what it was. And I've decided to do some white pool filter sand, like in my 55 gallon and the 10 gallon beside this one. It's a really easy to take care of, really clean look in my opinion, so that's going to be our next step. And this is pre-washed. Actually, we've got an aquarium over here to the left that's got some that's wet, so it's easier to work with. It won't take a lot, just 3 or 4 of these little scoops here. And yes, it's going to be cloudy, but it's fine because we don't even have any kind of livestock yet. We'll let that kind of even itself out, and we will start with water, or next with water, rather. And this will be cloudy for a couple of hours, but it'll only be a couple of hours. And it'll just take some patience and some time, and we'll come back to it once we're all good and clear. Alright, it's about 30 minutes later, and although it is still fairly cloudy, it is clear enough to be able to get the concept of what's going on here. So we're going to go ahead and finish decorating this tank and put a filter in it for now. I'm not sure. I've got a couple of homemade filters I use, so I might go that route. And I've also got a different filter over here that we're going to use initially, I think. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this. And I am leaving some gravel on this rock just because that's not going to stand up that way like I originally wanted. Let's go here. Just made a pretty decent sized mess. That's convenient. Although I did fill it up a little too high, so that's my fault. The heater we're using in this aquarium is just I can't remember the brand off the top of my head, but it's preset to a single, I think it's 79 degrees, 78 degrees, something like that. Oh boy, did I make a mess. We're just going to leave that there to soak up for a minute. And I think initially we're just going to use this store-bought filter. And we'll see how it does for now. Emplacements will be different a little bit when it comes time, but for now, that in a nutshell. I can already tell that I'm not going to like this long term, but for now we'll leave it alone, and then I'll show you guys how I make my little filters here in the next video or two. Thanks.